bit of a predicament at the moment. Rupert is draining my wallet. Being quite candid, I'm trying to get brands like you using this and just testing it. The more data I get through the system, the better Rupert's going to become. I'm really interested to see how this works. What I don't want to do with Rupert is do what I did in my previous businesses. Hopefully another user. It's now down to the marketing now. I can now start the ads. I can put the ads live tomorrow.
It's almost like, why would I say no?
Boom!
If you're new here, this is the road to 1,000 users where me and James are trying to get our new platform Rupert, a 24/7 social media assistant to help you manage your comment section, to 1,000 users by the end of 2025. This series is going to document the highs, lows and realities of building a tech startup after James sold his previous 2 companies to focus solely on Rupert.
And it's the start of a new week. I've got a load going on this week. Podcast with Daddy-O with David later today. A meeting with a couple of agencies today. BrewDog tomorrow with Richard, which is cool. I've got a briefing with Venture Fest tomorrow. Another agency tomorrow. Nathan Lomax on Wednesday, agency partner. I've actually got so many agency partner calls this week, which is really good, but I need users. Chester Ultra 50 is Saturday. So I've got to head up midday Friday, so I've got half a day Friday, which isn't ideal. In 21 days' time, we'll find out if we're on House of Unicorns. Until then, we press on. You know, being quite a canny guy, I'm in a bit of a predicament at the moment. Rupert is draining my wallet quicker than you can. Oh mate, it's just. I've got my boss at the moment to about £7,000 a month, so I'm getting there. Slowly, surely. What I'm not going to do with this business is do what I did in my previous 2, which is make the mistakes early on that means I can't scale it. And that's what I'm being very, very careful and conscious of. So for example, I was doing some AI email stuff, it wasn't bringing the right, I cut it straight away. Whatever marketing we're doing is the marketing and that channel is scalable.
I'm interested in helping you if you want some help. I think you're a great chap as well, and I also really like Rupert, but there is, I don't know what there is there, 7 or 8 agencies that I know should be using. Get them introduced to Rupert, and then my role, for example, could be get them all putting an enterprise client on there, and when we've documented that process and it's repeatable, how do you automate that?
Welcome back to A Diary of a Daddy-O. If you haven't heard of a business called Rupert, James, our latest guest, is going to fill you in right now.
10 minutes before my next call, so I'm going to start making a lasagna for my kids. Voila! Lasagna ready. Monday is becoming a good day. Jeff from Paper Napkin, an agency in America that specialises in helping charities get more donors. They want to use Rupert, but they want to use it as an agency. Jeff is going to send me across how many users he wants to use to initially, and then he's going to sign up. So I'm hoping it's going to be 5, 6, 7, which will, again, be really good for us in terms of numbers every month. So yeah, very, very good. We have a new user, Lola Blankets, which you would have seen on episode 9. Me have an initial call with Alexis. Did a free trial and they are now using Rupert. They signed up this morning, which is great. That acquisition conversion came from TC9 email guys. So that's really good to see that one has come off. Shame more didn't. But again, just shows the proof of concept did actually work, so which is amazing. Busy day today, really, really busy Monday. I start every Tuesday taking the little one to school. I am in the process of working out all of my figures, so in terms of what I want my CAC to be, which is cost per acquisition, what my click-through rate needs to be, what my cost per click needs to be across social. I'm also going to start looking at PPC potentially as well. I'm just realigning with some of the new data that I've got available to me. I just want to make sure they are correct, especially now that I am having conversations with investors. What I don't want to do with Rupert is do what I did in my previous businesses, which is become the product. I fell into that trap with MIB and LRS is a lot of the time I was the product, not so much with LRS, but I was still very much a cog that was required at most points within the business for it to still trade and run. And not in a bad way, and the team were amazing, but what I'm trying to do with Rupert is the total opposite. I'm trying to make sure that everything would still trade, everything would still run. It doesn't matter if I'm here or if I'm not. It's going to take longer to build it this way, and I know that, but I know if I build it in the way that I'm building it, longer term, it'll be a lot more successful and it'll be a lot nicer and better business to run, opposed to, like I said in the past, where I have been the head chef, the front of house, the waitress, waiter. I've done it all, which is good. It just takes longer. I am about to jump on to a briefing for Venture Fest West Midlands, which is an event I'm doing next week. And they asked me to be on a panel. So going on to a bit of a briefing call now, just to understand a bit more what they're trying to get out of it. Just been on with developer Rob to go through the tickets that are still outstanding. We're not going to press forward with any more paid media spend until those issues are addressed. And the reason for that is I don't want people coming onto the platform and having a bad experience. So my plan is to get the tickets sorted and then run paid media. I'm not going to do it as well until we get Video Bot sorted. So I got introduced to Video Bot from Ash at Marketing Showcase. It's like a widget on your website where you can put a load of videos which are very similar to the UX of Instagram Reels or TikTok. So it's a lot more interactive. If you want to know the features, click on the features and suddenly it'll bring up 3 different videos about features, and then you can click what's the pricing. That's going to really help conversion on the website, which isn't great. So I'm going to get that live by hopefully next week and then start the paid media. I've now got a call with BrewDog, Richard Innes, Head of Content. Good afternoon, Richard. The key with this is to not only sort of make sure your brand is not being harmed with stupid trolls and the nonsense that you guys get, but also where are those sales opportunities where people are asking genuine questions which we're not responding to because you don't have the time. Where do you start? It's really hard to deal with them, isn't it, when you get the volume that you do?
We have one social media manager. She's brilliant, but there's only so much I can ask her to do. And sometimes I jump in and I'll be replying to the odd comment here and there if I can. You know, we do not have a systematic way of dealing with these things, and particularly when you add in all the bar accounts. And at the moment, we're relying on the bar staff who have control of each of our bar accounts to kind of go back into stuff. So it is difficult. But yeah, I think there's something in there. The other consideration is that we have recently, at the start of this year, onboarded with Sprout Social. I think we've got uploaded into Sprout now 153 different BrewDog accounts, which is just mental. Community management is in there as a sort of function, but it's certainly not as slick as what you've got here.
The feature that they all have, a lot of the scheduling tools now is having some of the comments pull in. They don't have things like the partnership ads pull in and some of the paid. On some of them I know Hootsuite does. I'm not too sure about Sprout, but what they don't have then is the moderation and also helping brands respond. Again, it's that extracting the value. Being quite candid, I'm trying to get brands like you using this and just testing it, because we're only pretty 6 months in. The more data I get through the system, the better Rupert's going to become.
It's almost like, why would I say no?
It's going to help you. It's going to help your sport. It's helping Bent's Garden Centre. It's helping Touchstone, because they just got to deal with being good at social. And then when you're good at social, you've got to then deal with it. And then no one knows how to deal with it. And it's a really weird cycle with social, that you want the engagement, that when you get it, you don't engage. And everyone sort of sits around the table going, so how do we deal with this now? And it's like...
Yeah, mate, you're bang on. That's what we're trying to do with our socials, is actually, let's think about business benefit. Let's not just think about impressions and engagements and engagement rates. And that's all important, that's all great, but what is the business benefit? So that's why the bit that I think is really interesting is, can we drive that person into a bar? Can we convert that into an e-com sale? Those types of things. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, well, look, I appreciate your time. You've got to go. Yeah, if you can keep in contact and any feedback, it would be really, really appreciated.
Thanks, James.
Cheers, Richard. Bye. Get in there, my San. Boom.
So as James mentioned earlier, we're looking to use Video Bot to hopefully boost conversions on our website. And James likes to move quickly, so he heard about it, and then the next day, today, we are setting it all up with Diana from Video Bot on a call. She took us through how it works, what we need to record, and once we'd done that, James and I planned out what videos we needed. So I filmed some testimonials, and then later on, after the Fake Marketer podcast, James and I recorded some more videos covering what Rupert is, the main features, etc. So it's my job then to edit those ready to be uploaded into the BrewDog site so we can go live with all our marketing again and drive traffic to the new and improved site.
In terms of creating an account and connecting, you can do it all yourself. It'll literally take less than 2 minutes, and then you'll be good to go. Any questions, just give me a shout and I'm happy to jump on and give you a hand.
Thank you, James.
Brilliant. See you guys later. Take care.
Bye.
Hopefully another user. It's going good. It is 8:10. Hopefully you can see that. I'm heading home. Been a packed day today. Busy day. Yeah, lots of admin to do tomorrow because Friday I'm not around because I'm travelling to Chester. I've just had the data from everyone that's ever logged into Rupert and created an account, and what I'm doing is going to send them a letter. For the ones that are using Rupert, I'm going to send them a letter saying thank you. And then for those that have tried Rupert but haven't connected an account, I'm going to send them essentially a personal letter, a physical letter in the post. And I'm going to send it in a Rupert envelope. Bit of admin work, more to do, and then at some point I've got to think about what I'm going to do when it comes to getting ready for my race, because I've done, as always, absolutely Jack Chirac. I have just finished setting up BrewDog, so that will go on the website tomorrow, which is great. I've set up Google Analytics with it, which is good, so we'll be able to track that. I'm really interested to see how this works. Hopefully that really helps conversions. I've got a feeling it's going to. And also BrewDog will just email me to say they're going to do it in the next couple of weeks, hopefully next week, so good day. I'm about to go for a quick 5k, just sort of stretch the legs out a little bit. The ads have been built, our flows have been done, so once someone abandons cart, they will start getting emails and text messages to get them to go and reconnect. Yeah, it's now down to us now, it's down to the marketing side. So I'm starting on a budget of £50 a day plus retargeting. So it's now down to the marketing now. The platform is robust, people can sign in correctly. So yeah, it's down to Michael and I now to create some good content and get it in front of the right audience. Yeah, scary now.
Final call here with BrewDog just to go over some of the settings, making sure everything is looking and working as it should. I'm impressed with it, to be honest, not just the BrewDog itself, which looks great, but also just how quickly we turned it around. I mean, from first hearing about it, we've got it ready to go in what, 2-3 days? So quick work from us. Now we just have to hope it works how we want it to.
Giving you some feedback from people that have been watching the vlog. Are you ready for this feedback? Everyone really likes it. And what they really like is that it's not all just about me. You're being really honest, and some of it is boring, but it is the reality. Like Michael's part of the story, and he's a character, and then like, you know, so they really like that it's not just focused solely on me being me, basically. Yeah, so the feedback's been really good.
James and I also made our new Road to 1,000 Users logo, which you'll see on our thumbnails now, which we're both really happy with. Definitely more than previously, which was just words.
So we've got our new logo, Road to 1,000 Users. I am on my way to Chester for a running race. Rob from Pragmatic has just called me to let me know that BrewDog has been put onto the website, so that is now live. So what it means is now that Rob and the lads have finished all the bugs and all the tickets that are outstanding, I can now start the ads. I can put the ads live tomorrow.
Solid as a rock, these times are changing. Make you feel let's be having ya. Come on.
So James definitely didn't lose his mind, I promise, but he did actually complete this race, the Chester Ultra, and considering he was saying he'd not done much prep, he only went and finished 24th, which is great stuff. There's some photos here, some photos James took and some nice professional photos that the race event took. So no roundup this week, but I'll let him off. Overall a good week, still moving in the right direction, which is getting closer to that ever elusive goal of 1,000 users. Tune in next week for more.